And coaches, welcome back to the Pro Style Spread Offense podcast. And I'm here this week. We're going to take a little break in the action. We're going to take a look at some UCF football offense. This should be some fun stuff to take a look at, as within the next week and a half, I am planning on releasing. Actually, it'll be less than a week by the time you get this, so really keep your eyes out for it. I'm planning on releasing a full game offensive breakdown of UCF's offense, and this is their offense against Memphis in the AAC Conference Championship game of 2017. This last year, this was an awesome game. Both teams have great offenses to review. And so I kind of had to, just because I love UCF and what they're doing and wanted to learn more about it, I had to just go with them. You can only break down so many offensive plays in a week, especially when you're on summer break and you got a family and you got a lot of life going on, a little 4th of July trip to Nashville, all that sort of stuff going on. So anyway, I am glad to be back and creating this podcast for you and talking more about the UCF offense. So let's dig into this here. And this is also a video podcast. I'm going to pop this up on YouTube. So if you want to watch it on YouTube, where I'll have my fancy cursor going with the yellow highlight and I'll be pointing to stuff and talking. But if you're on the regular podcast and just listen to it, I will do my best to describe everything that I'm seeing. I don't consider myself a great play-by-play analyst, so, just go with it. Hopefully I make it worth your while to listen in. Anyway, so let's talk about the UCF offense, some trends, some things that I see. As with most spread offenses, one of the biggest things that sticks out that they do is a shift or a motion on every single play. So they're going to have some kind of motion. This first play right here, you can see they're going from an empty formation to a trips. They motion one guy from way out wide to the right, back into the backfield. The other thing that they're doing is a lot, I would say the next point of emphasis I'm seeing a lot out of their offense is zone read. And so zone blocking scheme with the zone read, quarterback reads the defensive end, and he either gives or keeps based on that defensive end's reaction. And a third thing that I see, I'm seeing a lot of pre-snap RPO adjustments. Okay, so basically the quarterback, if he sees a receiver is open on the perimeter, he is getting the ball to him now. And this is a little bit of a break from what I think some coaches do. I think some coaches will have that run called and they'll have that screen called automatically, but they will tell their quarterback, even if the screen is there right now, to still fake to the running back. And I'm personally not for that. I think if he is open, you get him the ball now. And this is a pre-snap RPO read. So you've got your zone read in here. And he sees that he is covered. All right. And how does he know to give this right here? Okay. Here's how he knows. Quarterback is keeping an eye on, let's see, let's go with the end zone view here. Now you can take a better look at this here. Okay, so because we have an inside shade here, so this is a 4-eye. So we got an odd front, but a 4-eye to the same side as the back. And so the point of that is to make this, to cloud up this read here and make it difficult. Because he could still get outside, not as easy. Defensive end could still go outside. He's just on the inside shoulder of the tackle. Or he could play his gap inside right here. Now, and the nose can go either direction, or he could two-gap it. Right now, what he's doing is he's got this A-gap right here. We got B-gap, and C-gap is covered right here. So this is your read key right here. Now, just based on his alignment right now, that's a give. He can't make that play right there. So give it and let him run and get his yards. So that's how he's making that read. Now, why does he not pass it to the bubble? First of all, I see we've got a false start here. First play of the game, bring that play back. But he's not going to throw to the bubble. He technically, okay, so he's looking, check. Let me take a look here. So quarterback's looking back and forth. You've got an apex defender here. If it were just these two and a high safety, then you got 3-on-2 because we don't count the safety. 1, 2, 3 against 1, 2 to the trip side out to the left. But you also have a linebacker who is apexing between the tackle and the slot receiver who would be catching the bubble. And because he's halfway, some coaches will say, if he's a little closer to the receiver, throw it. If he's halfway, don't throw it. Or if he's a little closer, don't throw. If he's halfway, don't throw. If he's closer than halfway, then throw. So he's halfway, so I think it's a good call, especially since the quarterback's going to identify that that's his read key for the run. Give on the run. So this is a really simple read right now. Give it, and there we go. By the way, I am super impressed with UCF's quarterback. And I believe he's got another year in him. If he comes back and continues to play this well, he'd be really interesting. I'd be curious to see how he does, advancing on to the next level, where he gets drafted, what he could do, because he just makes smart decisions and he can run. So he's not the kind of a runner that you're like, oh my gosh, this guy can score, but he's tough. All right, so that's the first play. Like I said, UCF trend is zone read with an RPO, whether it's pre-snap or post-snap. Now, if it were post-snap RPO, go back to this play right here, then all they're doing here is they're going to read the backer after the snap, and that's where he would definitely throw because the back is coming in here and you got 3-on-2. So post-snap read, it would be a pass. So you can tell it's a pre-snap read. All right, next play. And this will be the fourth thing I want to say about UCF. They throw the ball well. So Frost is, say what you want to say about his run game, but he is darn good about coordinating the passing game. Okay, his quarterback always progresses through his reads quickly, gets the ball to the right guy, has a freaking cannon of an arm, and that's the other reason I'm interested to see what this guy can do going into next year. All right, so right here, let's take a look at this play. This here is a spacing route concept, and in the spacing route, this one, if you look up smartfootball.com and then search spacing, you will find a ton of info on this with Drew Brees running it at New Orleans. Okay, this is a West Coast concept, and it is a killer concept when you've got a quarterback who can get the ball out pretty quick. All right, now he does not get the ball out here, but basically spacing is this. All right, you're going to work a guy over the center, and you see right here, this is the receiver at the top of the field. So the formation is a 2x2, but they're on the right hash. So the progression starts one side and goes to the opposite side. So he's going to look first to that guy right over the center. Can he get the ball to him now? That's your first and easiest throw. It's your closest throw. Kind of muddy there. I think he's got a backer who kind of picks him up not so good. All right. Your second read is to your number 2 receiver. Sorry, numbering from the outside in. Number 1 outside, number 2 inside. First read is number 2 over the center, and it's a short sit down. It's right at 5 yards. It's a quick throw. One step, and then you're hitching or shuffling your feet and looking to get it out. All right, does he have his number 1 receiver? So progress from number 2 over the center. Number 1 has to bring his route inside on an angle. So it's a hitch route, but it comes inside. Sometimes you can run a little slant and sit it down, or you can just run that straight angle and get there right now. So he's there right now. Is he there? No. Check. Check. Maybe it's a little bit muddy. He's got guys in his face right here. And he just, this is tough for a quarterback to see this right now. But he definitely, it looks like he probably already progressed to his out route here. The quick out. All right, and the other reason I like this to the short side of the field, that's a short throw. Anybody can make that throw. All right, line, offensive line, look at these cut blocks. Oh my Lord. They are getting those guys on the ground. That is just, take advantage of the over-aggressiveness of the defense right there. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so he comes back to the backside. On the backside of spacing, just hitches all around. Progress, come back to it, no good. This far throw, opposite hash, late, that should not even be on the table. And he's a smart quarterback to know that. He really just takes a real quick peek. I don't even know if he gets over here. Let's see if he can get all the way over there. Boom, boom. Yep, he looks over here just far enough to know he doesn't have anybody. All right, so you go to your R4 progression and you get through your 3 or 4 guys. Your rhythm throw will be right here. Your read throw is between these two. All right, who would be his key for that? His key would be this outside linebacker right here. But this is cloudy. This is no good. Can't see jersey color, so check backside, nothing there. Now we got a scramble, all right? Takes a nice release outside and gets the ball out. You catch that? Let's see if he caught that. 2nd and 15. What's this next one? What was that ball? I think he gets it. That's a heck of a catch. Way to pull. Oh, no, he doesn't. I see the ball flying out of his hands there. So, he makes something happen. You get a throw on the sideline, can't be picked. That's a good job. All right, let's go into the third play here. Now, we have, I think it's third and 15. Yep, 3rd and 15. So now this is a quarterback keep. I'm trying to see here if there is an RPO read to this. Let's take a look. Yes, there is. And here's how you know that there is a read to this. All right, let's take a look here. Is there movement outside of the box? So right now you got 1, 2, 3, technically 4, 5, 6 in the box with 6 blockers. You're even up. That right now, quarterback could say, I'm good with numbers. I'm going. I'm keeping it. All right, because anytime the quarterback runs, add that extra running back in the box as that extra blocker. He's good. So he could just be checking numbers in the box. He could also be taking a quick peek to see how they're reacting. Definitely do not have numbers out here. All right, this is not a great throw here. So that linebacker sprints out of the box and follows the back out. That means run the ball, run the ball. All right, so he does take a couple shuffle steps back, take a quick peek, make sure the box empties, then plant and go. And this is why I like this quarterback, is he can run that ball. All right, this is basically, let's look at this blocking scheme here. So what they're doing here, we got an odd front again, still a 4-eye to the backside. And they're going to pull the tackle around to the play side linebacker. Okay? So I like this play. I have not seen this play nor tried this play. I've wrapped guys around one person and up to a backer. I think that's a smart thing to do, but I've never done it around 2. It looks a lot more like a counter when you do that, which is kind of really what this is. So we have a basically this is I would call this a linebacker power. because you've got your tackle pulling around to the backer. You've got your wing back following and leading up on the backside backer. So here's how they're taking care of both backers. One backer, two backer. All right, pull him around play side, pull him around backside backer. Line takes care of the line. All right, and the reason that this is a really good deal because you get an odd front, you get an outside backer walking up here. He's got to fan out to that. All right, and he's got to fan out to this. So they're fanning out. All right, he does not stay on him because he's not coming, but he picks him up late. Still works, picks him up. Nice block. Center, real tough block here. He's got to reach this guy. That's tough. Head up nose, reaching him after the snap, but he does an excellent job of that. And tackle, really again, he's just taking an angle, making sure that his guy cannot get through and follow the pullers. All right, so he's in an angle right there, setting up a wall. Does a nice job holding strong in there. All right, now we got the quarterback following his blocker right through. Okay, here you go. This is another big point of emphasis by any team that wants to be a solid spread team is getting their receivers to block. Okay, the receiver right out here, he's on an inside blocking shade. So as the quarterback breaks through the line and gets to the second level, they're assuming this is an inside run play. So their receivers know if it's inside run, I want to block inside out. He does that, loses his feet, loses his base. He's up too high. That could have been a much better run if that receiver held his block. So I would imagine he'd get a minus on that technique right there. All right, and he's just too high. You can't be that high and have your feet together that like that and make a block like that. All right, get low. All right, coaches, 3 plays. Let's see if we got one more here we can break down here. Let's take a look at this one. All right, this play right here. Again, we got a motion. So we have a tight end to the right side, hand in the ground. Slot receiver out wide to the right, motions in. Right as he gets to the tight end's butt, he's going to come across the field on a shallow drag, shallow cross. This is a twist on the air raid shallow cross. So we got a shallow cross right there off the motion. That's a great way to get him across without being collisioned. Sneak him right behind the tight end, releases upfield, and then digs across to the left. So we're coming from the right to the left side, shallow cross, dig. The back releases in kind of a V cut, so he's getting wide and then cuts back underneath right behind that shallow cross and dig. That's all to the right side. Off to the left side, what do we have? We got an out route, a speed cut out, and we have a smash or a shakes. Shakes is the technical term that I call anytime your number one receiver outside runs a 7 route from the outside. And so he's got to work in, up, and back out. It's a great route. All right, he's in man coverage, in, up, and out. Safety and man coverage is too far off that number 2 receiver running the out route underneath. Quarterback makes a great throw across the field to him, running an out route from the far hash. Is money right there. No way that linebacker can get to him. Oh, I just jumped ahead way too far. My bad, guys. All right, here we go. Progression. All right, let's take a look at this progression here. Quarterback, eyes, first go to the out route. So he's going to take a quick look. He knows the shakes route is not there, but the out route is 1 to 2, boom, boom, right there. So really this is the back side over here, the tight side. The front side is the wide side with the shakes route or the shakes combination, the 7 route from the number 1 receiver, and then the speed cut out from the number 2. Take a look at the deep one. If it's not there, you're going underneath. And then if he had to progress after that, he's got a real easy 1, 2, 3 in that exact order. And this is a Tom Herman coaching point right here, coaches. Whenever you have guys dragging across the field, okay, or running a flood pattern, don't let them be stacked on top of each other, because a quarterback can't throw it over one to the second. You've got an issue in your timing. You want to have them staggered, so kind of a 1, 2, 3, so that if he goes here and this guy's covered, now you've got spacing to go to number 2, or if he's not there, you can go to number 3. So this backside route, probably a typical backside tag where they've got a shallow and a dig and a V-cut by the back. The back is on a check release here. He's going to take a quick pick. Nobody's coming. Inside the box, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 in the box. Defenders. And 5 blockers. You are good to go. All right, coaches. So what I'm doing is I've been breaking these plays down. So if you like watching this, and if you liked or you like listening to it, then the cool thing is this. I actually got a real good friend of mine, Mike Yarborough. He has gone in, helped me out a ton with this, and he has drawn up every single one of these plays. So I took them all. They were all drawn up, every offensive play, with down and distance, time, end result gain. So they're all drawn up, believe it or not, all drawn up completely. Most of them just have the offensive players drawn up with the arrows of where they're going, but you got the formations, you got the play. And then I went back in and I re-reviewed it, added a couple coaching notes, added some thoughts, some strategies, just some ideas to most of the plays. And of course, there's some cool little color coding on the arrows to help you see things, visualize things better. But it is every single offensive play of this game. That is a ton of offensive plays. So you can get a real good overview of what their offense is doing throughout the course of the entire game. And so I just went into 4 or 5 plays right there, and you can see how in-depth it is and all the things you can pull out of it just from a short, quick review. So coaches, when that comes out, if you're on my email list, if you're not on my email list, get on my email list. Go to prostylespreadoffense.com. A bunch of different ways you can sign up for it there. It'll be on CoachTube as well. So take a look there on CoachTube when it comes out. The scheduled release is July 19th. And I'm going to do my darndest to make that happen. So hopefully you guys will get this and it will be rocking and rolling and ready to go. Because it'll be a really cool PDF that you'll want to be able to download, print out, and then watch along. All right, coaches. Hope your summer is continuing to be excellent, and hope you enjoyed this breakdown. Again, if you want to check it out on video, I'll post it up on YouTube, and you can check it out there as well. But this is Jason Honstadt with the Pro Style Spread Offense, and I am signing out, and have a great one.